What a difference a day makes. 24 little hours. It is raining. Yesterday, blue skies, not a cloud in the sky, stinking hot. And then we wake up this morning and it is pouring down. By the way, I don't normally use an umbrella. It's just to save the phone from getting drowned. In terms of for what we've planted, it's good. Even though it's April, there was actually patches of grass that were turning brown, which is really unusual for this time of year because it's generally the back end of the wet season and still raining. So this cloud cover will let the seedlings that we planted just settle in. Have a walk down, look at the Canistels. Normally we would have started picking the Canistels probably 2 weeks ago. They're usually ready for the first pick to start around the 1st or 2nd week of April, but a little bit late this year. So we got one of the first ones that's dropped. This is what you've got to be careful with the Canistel, is that when they do start to ripen, my word, they ripen quickly. So here's another one. So yesterday there was nothing that was yellow. It was just a slight tinge, and literally overnight this is soft, and then they drop from the stalk. So that one's stumpies there, beginning to colour up. This calyx here at the top is beginning to lift and get loose. So yeah, I am picking Canistels 2023 harvest.
Our 7-acre farm is located on the Cassowary coast in the wet tropics of far north Queensland, Australia, where the rainforest meets the reef. We grow commercial crops of tropical fruit, jackfruit and canistel, and also use our spare land to fulfill our dream of becoming more self-sufficient. In our weekly videos, we share with you our slice of paradise and our life on the farm. So it is harvest time for the Canistels, and this is the new wash tub that Ian made, you would have seen in a previous video, and it's working really well, isn't it?
Yeah, good volume.
Good height. So I think it's doing the job. So clean all the Canistels, just they get like sooty mold because it's the tropics. So we just give them a clean, and so as you can see the difference when we've cleaned and polished them, you know, when we pick them, they've got this, but it comes off real easy. And then they look nice and shiny. Put them on the drying racks. They're under the fan, and then once they're dry, then we will pack them all and pop them into the cold room, ready to go down to Melbourne.
Hopefully make Chris a happy fella.
I reckon so. And you jinxed us because you said a couple of weeks ago it was stinking hot. No sign of rain. They kept saying it's going to be dry, 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 and it was dry as a bone, hot, scorching sunshine. And Ian said, this is really strange. Because every year we've picked canistels, it's been pouring down with rain. We've never ever picked canistels in the sun. And what happened?
You look like a drowned rat.
Yeah. We've just picked all of these canistels in pouring down rain. So
This is why there's no video of us picking.
some things never change. Canistel season, always picking in the rain. Anyway, that's us for the rest of the morning.
Well, I'll go and pick some more. Or do you want me to give you a hand clean and give you a head start, and then I'll go picking more?
No, you go start picking, I'll just keep going.
Okay then. Well, not sure how much I'm going to get done, because we have beautiful blue skies, but oh my goodness, it's going black. It's slowly moving in off the coast. Get stuck into the weeding. Always find sort of after rain, when we've had some decent rain at least, the soil itself is a lot more softer. If it's bone dry, you can end up disturbing the roots of the seedling. Some of these here were planted before we did the neem oil, so they've had the tops chopped off, but it's reshooting, so get that going, and then we'll be grafting these later on this year. Because we lost the top, I might have to just push them along a little bit with fertiliser. So just having a break from the weeding down near the boundary. I'm not going to spend too long because there's a bit of a squall coming, and I don't like being too close to these really tall boundary trees when that's happening, because you just never know when they'll give way. But well, just whilst I'm here, the star apple going through a really nice flowering. So hopefully that won't be too long before we're getting some fruit. Oh no, here comes the rain. This branch has just come down on me in the squall. So I'm not going to be able to do much today. I have got to get into the trellised jackfruits. I kind of always leave them to last because this is just so awkward to prune. Said before, they're just really confused compared to growing them in a more kind of a more natural state. I'm not going to use the battery pruner in this weather, definitely not. So first job of the morning is to check the rain gauge. Can't believe April and ended up having to start irrigating, or at least for the small trees. 26.5, and we had 25 yesterday, so that's going to be excellent for the young trees. I managed to get out and get some fertiliser out, so that will wet that nicely. Got to come down and collect up our bananas. So I'll go hang up those bananas. Hang them up, just stops any vermin getting in there. As you can see down here, I've got to get some desuckering done. And this is going to be the next plant. We've got some suckers coming up there. So I need to get rid of them because that's the next one there. And then we've got some little suckers coming up. Get rid of them. Just want one plant at a time. It's only for ourselves. And although there's a lot of bananas there, what we do as we use them as they ripen, and then if there's too many that ripen all at once, we just freeze them, and we'll use them for sort of milkshakes, banana smoothies.
All my seeds arrived, but I probably don't have enough garden beds. Ian thinks I ordered too many seeds. I'll show you what I got. So I also harvested some pumpkins off my pumpkin vine, which is still doing really well. It's been going forever. So I have got a couple of different types of spinach. I've got Egyptian spinach and I've got perpetual spinach. It's really difficult to grow like normal spinach up here, but these two are more suitable for our environment. And I've watched a lot of videos, people that are growing perpetual spinach, and I'm really excited about growing it. It does apparently taste like the normal English spinach, but is more tolerant of our conditions. So that's exciting. Of course, I've got some spring onions. They grow all year round up here, so that's great. Some tatsoi, so just Chinese flat cabbage. They often put that into salad blends. I've got cherry tomatoes. These are tomatoes. They are suitable for high heat and humidity. A lot of cherry tomatoes are. And that's what I've got in the beds already. So I've got some more of those. These Oxheart Reds were recommended to me by somebody at the agricultural supply shop that we go to. And he grows them really well up here. So I thought I'd have a go at them. Now, Eden Seeds, if you're in Australia, Eden Seeds and Green Harvest are two really good places to get your seeds from. I've never had a problem with them, and a lot of the varieties that they do are not hybrid, open pollinated, heirloom varieties, which means that you can seed save from them. They're not all open pollinated. There are some that are hybrid, and I think where we live, we can't get around that because some have been bred purposefully for our tolerance to our area. But a lot of what I have here are open pollinated varieties, so I can seed save from them, which is great. Then I've got my angled loofah. So that is what I'm going to grow as a substitute for zucchini. Some more wing beans. I've got some beetroot. I don't know how well the beetroot will do. We didn't have much luck with it last year, but I'm going to give it a go again just because I like it. I got some Thai basil, which again is more tolerant of heat and humidity. I do grow sweet basil, but it only tends to grow well during the winter, whereas Thai basil I could probably extend the season a bit more. I got some pak choi. These carrots are red Kuroda, and apparently, I've never grown these variety before, but apparently they are most suitable for subtropical and tropical areas. So we'll see how those go. I got the Suyo long cucumber, which again copes well with hot weather. I got a couple of packets of Jolly Roger sweet corn. So the Jolly Roger is an open pollinated Australian heirloom, which means that we can seed save from those as well, which is great. I got some chives, just your normal chives go great in omelets. This is Chinese broccoli. I've never grown this before, but I cannot grow broccoli where we are. It's just too hot. And I didn't know until I looked this up that broccolini is actually broccoli and Chinese broccoli crossed. So I learned something there. I got some collards. So these are open-leafed cabbages. So cabbages without the head. We did manage to grow a couple of cabbages last year, but it was hard work. I've seen a lot of people growing collards instead in tropical and subtropical climates. They don't have the head, it's just the leaves, but you would use them in the same way that you would use cabbage. This is tree lettuce. So literally like lettuce that grows on a tree. A lot of people grow that up here as well, and it grows really well in our area. So substitute for lettuce, which is incredibly difficult to grow up here. So I'm going to give that a go. Now moringa. I got this because it's good for throwing into salads, and it's really, really good for you. So that's why I got it. But it, I think, grows as a tree. I've never grown it before, so if anyone out there has grown moringa, please let me know what I meant to do with it, and maybe send me some photos, because I've never grown it before, and I'm excited to, but I don't really know where to put it. And some golden purslane, which I believe is also a weed, but I don't really want to go trying to find it out in the wild. This is also really good for you and used as salad leaves. It's a good source of antioxidants and vitamins. I got some marigolds, and I got some good bug mix, hopefully to attract some beneficial insects and pollinate everything. So now you can see why Ian told me that I've probably bought too many seeds for the amount of garden beds that I currently have. But that's okay, I'll figure it out. We can make more garden beds, we just need the time to do it. And we've got the space. We've got the space, we've got the materials, we just need the time. That's the problem. But anyway, that's okay. Those seeds are good till like 2025, some even longer than that. And obviously I'm not going to be sowing the entire packet in one go. So I'll just make a start and see how we do.